Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Interesting data from the ESMA. Okay, this one from Wrath of Kahneman here. The trading volume tells a slightly different story than the token market cap. So if all you've been looking at is market cap for cryptocurrency, well, maybe that's just not the best way to look at things. As you can see here, XRP is firmly in number 5 position if you exclude USDC and Tether's USDT. It is behind Solana and BNB coin and Ethereum, of course, when it comes to market cap. But guys, when we look at the volume, that tells a different story. XRP, for instance, traded $25 billion more than Solana, which was at $80 billion more than BNB. Still only 2% of market share, but interesting. XRP seems the least correlated of the major assets given Solana's correlation with Ethereum. So here are just some statistics. Tether obviously has a large market share, even compared to Bitcoin, because the stablecoins, they're going to see a lot more volume. Bitcoin with 19% and Ethereum with 7%. But guys, take a look at this. Ripple's XRP with 2%, and that is just under USD coin, which is at 3%. So market share for some of these cryptocurrencies, that's an interesting metric to be looking at. Also trading volume, billions in USD. Ripple is at 127 billion, whereas Solana is only at 101, and Binance Coin is at 41 billion. So another interesting metric here. And as we're starting to see the market heat up, excitement is certainly growing. And as of the time of this recording now, we're seeing Ethereum price just skyrocket 22% up over the last 24 hours. That is due to the possibility that we are going to see an Ethereum ETF, or rather the chances of seeing one is a lot higher now that we've gotten more confirmation from government. If you guys didn't catch the video I did this morning, I will link it up here in the top right hand corner, jam-packed with what's going down in the crypto space, why we're seeing these prices rise, and where we could possibly go in the coming, dare I say, months. Because, guys, this is just the beginning. This is going to be a jam-packed week for cryptocurrency. XRP trading in and around 50, was it 54.3 as of the time of this recording. So just starting its journey to the upside. Luckily, we've been seeing more developments. This was an interview out of Brazil, courtesy of XRP Drops here. Silvio Padago on Ripple's stablecoin strategy. The use of the stablecoins depends a lot on optimization. Now, I'm going to read you guys this with the subtitles down here. I'm just going to lower the volume there and read you guys what this is all about, because it is in Portuguese. So how is that going to, of course, the stablecoin is part of our strategy of a full stack platform, a complete platform, where it goes just as we use it. XRP as a digital asset to use, to be part of, our gear to be part as didactic as possible. Our gear, our international payment products could also use a stablecoin. So it depends a lot on optimization. Which corridor, which route is the easiest, for example, which would be the most liquid route, which would be the cheapest for us, for example. So all these talking points about the XRP ledger, and the most efficient to deliver quality and to deliver the BN. So I choose between XRP and a stablecoin. Got it. And then the idea of the stablecoin, for example, instead of having to use a stablecoin from another company, a Tether, USDC, you have your own stablecoin to use if necessary, right? That's kind of the idea. Yes, because if we were to make a stablecoin on top of the XRP ledger, it becomes native to our ecosystem. Obviously, this is what's going to make sense. So all the products, are native to the XRP ledger. So that would mean, in terms of the efficiency, it becomes much more integrated with us. So I think that makes perfect sense for us. And then, of course, whoops, where did he say there? And then, of course, you just go back slightly. And then, of course, we see that the stablecoin is very strong in the world of, even companies use it a lot to make cross-border international payments. We also realize that the stablecoin is for in the consumer world, which is not in our case, but increasingly people use it much more to get out of a volatile crypto position. So that's the general use case for stablecoin. So we're moving towards, I need to get out of the risk position. It's going to go to the stablecoin. So we realize that this is big stuff in the huge market. The market, if I'm not mistaken, the figures are until 2028, market of $2.8 trillion. Yeah, I think so. That's a huge market, he says. So I think we realize that it's in line with our strategy to have a stablecoin. So that's why we're planning to launch by the end of the year. And Brazil and Latin America, they are a big corridor for Ripple use cases. Again, this is Silvio Pagado. He is coming out of Ripple Brazil. So some interesting news there. Wanted to thank XRP Drops for posting that. Also happen to see this, guys. Temenos Digital on Amazon Web Services has now enabled PV Combank to quickly design, build, and launch their highly rated mobile app. So this has to do with Ripple partner Temenos. Also Amazon Web Services, which has a Ripple connection too. With Temenos' cloud-native digital banking platform, PV Combank was able to quickly design, build, and launch their highly rated mobile app, transforming the mobile banking experience for 1 million of their customers. Customers can open an account via electronic ID in minutes, use their phone number and an account number, choose savings products to suit their needs, pay bills and transfer money with QR payment features via their phone. And so just regarding the technology, PV Combank has been running on Temenos Core for retail and corporate banking for over a decade. And by introducing Temenos Digital, PV Bank Com has been able to seamlessly integrate its front-end back-office capabilities on a single platform, linking on-premise data centers and the cloud, an integration allowing PV Bank to operate more efficiently and streamline processes with increased automation. And now they're working with Amazon Web Services, guys. So this is increasing average response time in less than 100 milliseconds and increases operational efficiency by 40%, according to the bank. So streamlining payments with this digital technology running on Ripple partner Temenos through their Temenos Digital platform and through another Ripple partner, Amazon Web Services, creating a more efficient banking experience in the country of Vietnam. So thought that was interesting news. Moving back to the USA though, XRP drops with another one, the biggest week in crypto legislation ever, okay? So in this morning's video, I didn't even touch on, I did touch on it slightly, but I didn't even really go into detail about FIT 21. So the FIT 21 Act is expected to head to the floor for a vote in House in the afternoon on May the 22nd. So that is tomorrow. If you guys are watching this video on the day that I'm releasing it, about 70% of all crypto tokens should be classified as commodities rather than securities. So that is, part of what this bill is going to be about. So Meta Lawman here also commenting yes or no on FIT 21. Yes, join dozens of countries in the EU in adopting clear rules and regulating the digital asset economy. Or take the stance of no, government. Take the position that a 1946 Supreme Court case about orange groves provides all the guidance necessary for regulating digital assets in 2024. Now, obviously, Meta Lawman here is being quite facetious. FIT 21 is the Financial Innovation and Technology Act for the 21st century. And so you guys can see the details are in here. This is a detailed document just outlining what this means and how this can affect crypto. And here are some of the companies that are involved in supporting this act. Now, what this means, guys, is that we're going to get even more clarity for cryptocurrencies, possibly as early as this week. The U.S. House vote on the FIT 21 bill before the holiday weekend. The legislation passed out of committee in July 2023. This would clarify how the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission and SEC Security and Exchange Trading Commission handle cryptocurrencies. Republican lawmakers in the U.S. Financial Services Committee announced that the House of Representatives will vote on legislation clarifying the roles of financial regulators over digital assets sometime this week. In a May 20th post, House Republicans said the full chamber will vote on the Financial Innovation and Technology Act, the FIT 21 Act, this week, giving the bill a chance to become law. The legislation could clarify or would clarify how the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission and SEC regulate digital assets. And we got the synopsis from Meta Lawman. Basically, the vote is yes. There's kind of no other way unless you want to be left behind in the dust of your peers. Several industry advocates and House members have already indicated support for the bill, which would be one of the few pieces of crypto-focused legislation to move through Congress this session. President Joe Biden is also expected to either veto or sign into law joint resolution passed in May to overturn an SEC ruling on how banks are expected to handle digital assets. So, guys, there's a lot going on here. Again, like I said, a big week for crypto in the United States specifically. Considering, too, what Gary Gensler said back in early May, the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century FIT Act provides a comprehensive regulatory framework for crypto exchanges. And this is what Gary was saying back on May 3rd.
I do think that working with Congress, and I think it's only Congress that could really address it, it'd be good to consider, if you would ask my thoughts, to consider whether to bring greater investor protection to the crypto exchanges. And I think if that were to be the case, because right now the exchanges trading in these crypto assets do not have a regulatory framework either at the SEC or our sister agency, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, that could instill greater confidence. Right now, there's not a market regulator around these crypto exchanges, and thus there's really not protection against fraud or manipulation or a coupling.
And so, yes, essentially the FIT Act would basically solidify a kind of a final conclusion to this crypto saga. So that's going to be something to be watching out for tomorrow, guys. On top of which, like we didn't have enough legal news, Zakanoff and Ripple case is set for a public hearing on Zoom on May the 30th. This courtesy of Michael Branch. In the latest update in the class action lawsuit against Ripple Labs, the judge has set a public hearing on several motions to exclude testimonies of witnesses and motion for summary judgment. Notably, all council members of public and media can attend the hearing on Zoom May the 30th. So that is something else that I guess we'll be keeping an eye on. In the Zakanoff case, that's set for public hearing May the 30th as per a court video conferencing schedule. This will be a key hearing that could have implications for the SEC and Ripple case, as earlier stated by XRP lawyer Fred Rispoli. So how could this affect the XRP Ripple case? Pro-XRP lawyer Bill Morgan also said motions referring to excluding the testimony of Alan Schwartz, executive chairman of Guggenheim Partners. Schwartz was permitted by Judge Annalisa Torres to give evidence in the SEC case, Ripple SEC case. Moreover, the summary judgment in the Zakanoff versus Ripple is crucial for the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, as the SEC could leverage it in multiple lawsuits such as the Binance and Coinbase case. So it's tricky because, all this stuff is coming very, very fast, and we want to be able to mitigate, or rather, I guess, collectively, I guess I'm just speaking for everyone here. We don't want the SEC to have more firepower against any of these crypto lawsuits, to be honest. Experts believe the regulator will appeal past decision by Judge Torres after the remedies phase. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this. Another one, May the 30th, I guess, mark your calendars, guys. I think all this is happening too because we are seeing a lot of crypto adoption around the world. The rest of the world is not stopping for the US, and now we've gotten so far behind that we really kind of have to pull up our socks here to catch up. This one courtesy of Smoke. Listen to this.
I'm assuming that the audience wants to know what are the key so whats. And the key so what is that global institutional adoption is tracking much faster than you would think. If you read the press, you would think blockchain and crypto is people that have created things like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they're building DeFi and NFT platforms and other things. And you would believe, if you read the press, that the big asset managers don't need it and aren't involved. They are. Of the top 50, 52% of them, that's more than half, have a digital wallet or some digital custody or digital trading offering already in place. That includes every Chinese large bank, because they needed their digital wallet support to support ECNY, which the digital yuan, and so on. 42% of them can already offer you and handle digital monies, which includes CBDCs like ECNY that I just mentioned, but it also includes stablecoins, for example, a Tether or a Circle. And about a third of them are also beginning to get involved in digital assets or digital commodities, which includes the Bitcoin ETF. So the BlackRocks and the Fidelities of the world have already launched their Bitcoin spot ETFs. But there's a whole world of other people, including people with names like Goldman Sachs and Citibank and JP Morgan, who may be saying they're very anti the space, but in practice, they're very actively involved underneath the surface of the BlackRock IBITs or ETF. So again, they may be saying, I'm JP Morgan and we don't really need any of this. But the truth is JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs or Citibank is actually building a business right now that's built on top of distributed ledger technology or Bitcoin and blockchain and other things. If you have a moment, you can download it for free on the homepage of our website. And certainly if you're out there talking to your friends and your friends are saying, this isn't real, there's no use cases, the world of finance and commerce doesn't need blockchain, this is evidence. This is fact-based evidence that argues the opposite side.
Go figure. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs lying through their teeth that they're not implementing DLT blockchain crypto technology. Why am I not surprised? There's also another update in the Ripple lawsuit, guys, the main lawsuit, Ripple versus SEC. They filed their response to Ripple's motion to seal, or rather the SEC has filed their response here. And James K. Filan was kind enough to post this on Twitter. So can someone explain this to me? That's what a lot of people are asking here. Sherry here commenting on this. Okay, the SEC's claim that Ripple's request to conceal financial and security sales information from the public is unjustified and that the financial figures or specified terms used to justify remedies requests should be public. So she points that out here. The court should deny Ripple's request to conceal financial and securities sales information because that information constitutes judicial documents. But where financial figures or specific terms of contracts have been used by the parties to calculate and justify remedies requests, that information should be made public. That is basically the essence of this. The SEC goes into detail of the heart of the situation by proclaiming Ripple wants to hide the extent to which it offered XRP at discriminatory prices, and that if these numbers become public knowledge, it'll have a negative effect and damage Ripple's negotiation position. So that's interesting. XRP Enterprises here saying, why should we not want this to go public? We can see what goes down behind closed doors. Not going to lie, says Sherry, I'm immensely curious as to how much the XRP was discounted. But if it's more than 10%, I'm probably just going to be mad. Same, I'm curious to see if this could be the SEC's last FU to Ripple, show the XRP army who has been given preferential treatment and or by how much to erode trust. The kid down here saying, I thought Brad Garlinghouse said they do not sell at a discount, that they sell at market price. Sherry said, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it is the ODL transactions that sell at market price. The institutional sales are discounted at varying rates. I don't know if I'm mistaken or not, but I thought I remembered Brad Garlinghouse in an interview talk about the discounts for institutional sales of XRP, and somebody asking what that discount was, and he was saying 5% or something. He just kind of offhanded, just kind of mentioned a number, and I have a feeling it was 5%, and this was a few years ago now. Anyway, that's just a side note here. The filing as a whole leans on the SEC's wanting the financial figures of what Ripple sold XRP for to be disclosed publicly. That means the discounted numbers offered to institutions. Any identifying information or company financial statement are agreed upon to be under seal. Bill Morgan also commenting, the SEC clarifies that none of the sales to institutions with discounts were ODL contracts. So that's another part of this. The SEC would have reviewed the ODL contracts and observed that they do not have discounts or the features referred to in the summary judgment that made institutional buyer contracts to be investment contracts according to Judge Torres. The ODL contracts require ODL customers to purchase XRP at market price and to use the XRP in ODL transactions and agree not to hold them as investments. It remains a mystery why Judge Torres lumped them in with the other contracts with institutions. I bet the SEC knows the ODL contracts are not investment contracts. Sheldon Ward down here asking, hi Bill, do you think the SEC is admitting that this was an error and agreeing with Ripple to show that if Judge Torres was mistaken about this, she could also be mistaken about other interpretations? Unfortunately, Bill did not respond to that. Conversely, though, says Marius, the SEC has been nothing but a bull in a china shop for almost 4 years. Has the cognitive ability of a shifting dune. Never heard that one before. And it's high time for Torres to retire. Oh. Ripple and the SEC should each in turn explain their opinion. This coming from Eric. Why should Judge Torres not explain why she lumped ODL contracts in with other contracts with institutions? That shouldn't remain a mystery. So, some other opinions here, guys, but I don't know. Has the SEC decided to concede? 50 million XRP was transferred from Ripple to an unknown wallet, and the SEC has now canceled their Ripple settlement meeting? Check this out, guys. So apparently there was a 50 million XRP transaction equating to about 25.6 million US dollars. That was transferred from Ripple, so that is confirmed from Ripple to an unknown wallet. And just by coincidence, on the same day, a closed meeting right over here. All SEC open meetings and many other public meetings are webcast. A hyperlink will be provided, as you guys can see there. And this meeting, this closed meeting, Sunshine Act notice meeting, was canceled. The same day this happened here, the SEC's policy director does step down amid ongoing crypto scrutiny. I don't know, guys, is something coming to a head over there at the SEC? May the 23rd is also the flower moon, says Marissa Sanchez. I mean, considering we just got a bearable guy riddle yesterday too, makes this situation a heck of a lot more intriguing. Zoom saying, yep, we'll be making a slightly more in-depth post about that later. I'll be looking forward to that. Mark Fagel here saying, yes, the Ripple settlement meeting that the SEC puts on their public calendar. So he's not buying it. I don't know, guys. I don't think this transaction was for a settlement payout. However, the SEC is being shaken up right now, amid policy directors stepping down, meetings being canceled, and all the other news we've been getting this past week. And the week has just begun. It's only Tuesday, May the 21st. So I'm really curious to see what happens next. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. And if you guys are interested in following what I'm going to be trading this bull run, Guys, there's so much going on. The crypto market is rallying, and I've got a plan that's, well, a bit different than last bull run. You can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel for all my picks. I'm completely transparent with the portfolio, showing you guys what price I bought at, how much I bought. It is up to a $15,000 investment. Patreon.com/workingmoneychannel if that is something you're interested in. But in the meantime, guys, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.